The Debaters Season 2 has finally come back on air with 24 teams competing from all over the country. These teams have broken through the casting rounds to gather at British University, Vietnam, competing for the remaining seats of the final round.
I want to looking for the different aspect of different emotion and debate.
I want to experience more when I'm in high school because I think that the debaters is so famous to attract the students all over the country.
And I also want to try myself in English debate.
The skills that are required for debating and the skills that the students will acquire through the prep work and the things that they do in order to facilitate the competition aligns with our mission. So the type of graduate that we want to produce is a person that can thrive in a new era. You know, it's referred to as 4AR or era 4.0. In other words, things have changed so much. And in particular, the type of graduate that we need to produce, or the person that skills that would be required, have everything to do with the ability to be innovative.
The debate topics span from daily life of teenagers, such as lifestyle, school life, entertainment, and more complex issues with the current worldwide pandemic such as COVID-19. These intriguing motions have paved the way of the arena of the debaters. Although competitive attitude is the key, all competitors of the debaters have always kept their civilized manner.
We've done our best and I wouldn't have any regrets and I wouldn't need to change anything.
This guy is a friend of our mutual friend. We first met him about like a year ago in a debate competition and we always wanted to team up again.
Let's review the moment the top 12 was announced, and we look forward to the furious, exciting, debating battles on the ground of the Debaters Season 2. Welcome back to the Debaters Season 2. This is the first episode, and it's a very important episode, you guys. This is a debate game show for high school students here in Vietnam, produced and broadcasted by VTV, National Educational Channel in Vietnam, and British University, Vietnam. As you guys can see, we have some students behind us who are incredibly dressed up. They know this is the first episode. They are excited, they are eager, and by the looks on their faces, I don't know if they're nervous. We'll have to ask them in a little bit. But today is very exciting for another reason, the motion. Personally, I'm quite familiar with it. But before I start discussing it, let me tell you what it is. That we regret the glamorization of YouTube trending. So why I find that interesting? Well, I'm a YouTuber in Vietnam, and YouTube trending is something that most people are familiar with. If you are not familiar with YouTube trending, it's when you go to YouTube and on the front page you will see videos popping up that you have no idea who the YouTubers are, who made the videos, but they have lots of views and you're kind of interesting. The students today, I think they know a lot about YouTube. It's the younger generation, and YouTube on your phones, your computers, watch movies, learn how to do amazing things, and I think they have so much to offer. And again, it's the first episode of The Debaters Season 2, and it's very important that our students do quite well today. No high expectations, you guys. Don't worry, don't be nervous, please. It's going to be okay. Without further ado, let me introduce the teams.
Hi everybody, we are THX. It was rather surprising that we got this motion, but it's a really relevant one considering the circumstances nowadays that YouTube has become such a popular platform for YouTubers and for people worldwide to get their favorite videos and messages.
This isn't the first time we've worked with these mentors and therefore we are quite familiar with how they are working.
We have the great time watching some YouTube trending videos on the YouTube trending to understand more about the motions. And we also trying to make our own speeches so they can understand what in our point of view the debate would look like, and therefore they can learn from them. They have the great analysis skills. They can analyze everything really carefully, step by step. And secondly, they have the great performance. And I think they will become a great debaters on the televisions for the debaters this year.
Hi guys, we are
Ice cream.
Basically, we work on the argumentations and trying to make ways to convince the judge that we are solving the problem at the context right now.
Our mentor have us to find the ways research in the wealth of applied informations. Yes.
I think that they work as a team very good because the fact that they came from the same school that has been teammate before. However, there are some certain issues that they are actually facing at the moment. For example, like language, they have to learn more in terms of using language in debate in order to make sure that when they talk and they speak and make the speech, it actually help people to understand fully about what is their idea.
The tournament often from the THX is my old teammate in the debate tournament last year. So although THX is very strong, however, I think that I will try to communicate with them.
We will try our best in this debate and we will not give up into the last second.
We are going to start with the proposition team, ice cream. So I'm assuming you guys watch YouTube, is that correct?
Yes, we do.
Let's say, what content do you watch on YouTube?
I think that mostly we will watch music videos and sometimes record their travel to another distance so we can experience their feelings and we could decide whether we want to go there or not.
Yeah. And why ice cream? It's so cold in Hanoi right now. I'm dying. I'm from the south of Vietnam and it's like I'm wearing a suit, I'm still cold.
Because we are a huge fan of foods and we prefer eating ice cream. It helps us recharge our battery when we are overloaded with my study.
So you guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna work my way over to the opposition team. All right, opposition team. Why THX?
We chose THX because it's an amalgamation between the starting letters of our respective debate club's names.
Okay.
So the two of us are from TH and he is from? Sando. From Hạ Long.
All right, so, but for you guys, I'm really excited to see the debate today. Now, it's important, it's not the most important, but we need to introduce the judges. So judges, this is the first episode of the Debaters Season 2. Ương, I know you did casting, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so please, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling with all of the contestants compared to the last season right now?
I don't want to make the last season contestant feel jealous, but really this year the casting went really well and we are so glad that we have a lot of great candidates in our new Season 2 this year.
Okay. And we have another judge. Last season, he made a few contestants cry because he is so strong and blunt with his words, but people still love him. Hugh, what do you have to say to the contestants this year?
I think it's the same thing I want to say to all the people who enjoy the debating show. Be open to new ideas. I think that is the beauty of debating. And also enjoy the experience. I think however you do it in this competition is the chance to really learn and grow. And for me, it's like growth is probably the most important thing and the most important result you can get out of an experience like this in high school.
Okay, so thank you, Hugh, and being kind with your words too. I appreciate that first episode. So you guys get ready for his comments. And Stuart, you are the new judge. How are you feeling?
First, I feel very honoured to be here with two other very distinguished judges. But as you said before, it's not about us, it's really about the candidates today. So I'm really excited to see how they kind of interpret the motion, the ideas that they bring, and also just the whole stage for the development of debate in Vietnam. I'm really excited to see how it develops over this season.
All right, so judges, thank you so much for your input. And audience and viewers at home, I am sure you're excited to get started with the debate. From the proposition team, Team Ice Cream. And it's so cold, I can't get over this. Please welcome Thế Phương. From the opposition team, Team THX. Please welcome Minh. Okay. First debate of the debaters, season 2. I'm going to start over here. You're looking very đẹp trai right now. And then also, you've done Trường Teen, right?
Yes, I joined Trường Teen last year.
Did you wear a suit like this?
Yes.
Oh, but okay, is this a reindeer?
Yes, this is the mascot of my debate club.
So a reindeer is the mascot, and team name right now is Ice Cream.
Yes.
They go hand in hand, so I like that. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. How do you feel right now? Because he's done Trường Teen, so he has some experience with the debaters and kind of how VTV does this. Does that make you feel a little bit insecure?
Not actually, considering I believe that my mentors and my coaches have introduced me enough to this format that I'm decently confident that I have enough experience already to deal with him.
This is going to get good. I'm actually really excited. So for the first debate, you have 3 minutes to deliver your speech. POI is not open. Do you understand? All right, let's get ready. So please let the debate begin.
In my job today, I decided to record a video that I married 1,000 brides and each got to top YouTube trending. However, 1,000 people out there that try so hard every day to create the meaningful videos and no one cares about that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the current society we are living in. Okay, so in the context in this debate, YouTube channels that are being glorified by the viewers through the social media and news by using positive keywords in order to oppose these videos. As a result, the many people tried to create the videos to get in the top trending. However, the vast majority of the videos on the YouTube trending are the meaningless and the randomly at the moment. B, it have a negative impact on the viewers' mindsets. For instance, the videos related to 24 hours challenges of living like an animals or the eating wet foods or challenges. Okay, so in this debate, we have the two main ultimate goal. Firstly, is limiting negative impacts on the viewers and the content creator. And second, the ensuring the better quality of the YouTube industry. Okay, now we will categorize some stakeholders in this debate. Firstly, YouTube trending. The videos are considered as a top trending when they have a top likes, views in a short amount of time. And the second, what is the glamorization? We have the two main mechanisms. Firstly, it's the social media, social forum, and newspaper oppose this trend by the positive keywords. And the second, the people who like to idolize the content. And the third is the reuse the content in different platforms, maybe in order to advertise or the communicate in the real life. Okay, so now going to the principle browse, why this video should unjustified to glamorize YouTube trending. In order to become a quality videos, they need ensure two main factors. Firstly, is the meaningful content, and the second, they must put in efforts and time to create a better chance for society. However, firstly, there are many lots of the videos where the content creators do not really put in an effort and they have no quality. They are simply re-up the videos or they have keywords or the hashtag that many people were interested in at that time. And the second, in addition, there are many videos that are meaningless, such as the mukbangs or the building house by plastic, but still being on by everyone and YouTube trending and being glamorized by everyone, while the content of this video do not have any contribution for the society. For these reasons above, we strongly believe that this trend do not unjustify to glamorize YouTube trending. Thank you for listening.
The glamour and glory of the feature that has a crucial role in making YouTube a $1 trillion platform that it is today has only ever had a positive effect. We do not regret the glamorization of YouTube trending. First of all, some rebuttals for the first speaker of the proposition. You talked to us about meaningless videos, or how we can refer to it as trash videos. Well, these videos, by the definition, are videos that contain actions that are sensational and often clickbaity, misleading, or maybe sometimes even anti-social behavior. However, if you look on the YouTube trending tab right now, no videos fall into that category. Why? First of all, because YouTube has its terms of service and its filters that push out all of the trash videos, and those that remain do not have another quality that YouTube demands within their trending videos, is that they need to create engagement. Well, engagement in trash videos, because people hate it and people just want to go there to see the result of what the YouTuber is doing. The engagement in short watching time and a high dislike ratio is massively negative. That's why they do not appear in trending, and that is why they do not belong in this debate today. In terms of stakeholders, we also have to establish why a stakeholder, but also content creators, as they are the people who are directly affected by their videos being on trending and how it affects them with views and so on. And therefore, their interest also needs to be considered in this debate. In order to establish why we do not regret that YouTube trending is now becoming popular, we bring you two arguments. First of all, is that it's helping improve content quality. In addition, it's creating a win-win situation for both society and creators, both private and corporate. Coming to my first argument is that glamorization significantly improves content quality on YouTube. We have to establish that the YouTube algorithm for trending prevents stalling, because they compare the videos that this YouTuber has previously made, and only if that video gets a substantial, greater amount of views will that video get on trending. And therefore, when we glamorize trending, it becomes the ultimate target for the creator, and is revered by the viewers. So YouTubers on trending have to meet these expectations of their videos being on trending, and so they will be forced to improve their content to gain views in return. In addition, as we've already established, that trash content does not get on trending. This also leads up to the fact that because YouTubers who resort to trash content, they need to erase it. Trash videos makers never get the glamour, and so creators, if they want more money, they want to get more subscribers and views, they need to create engagement that is positive to get on trending, and so they will have to improve and stay away from the trash content in order to get onto that trending tab. In addition, lastly, we have to establish that the glamorization encourages people to have more watch time, and so they will gain in discussion, feedback, and judgment on their videos, provide more data for creators. From that data, the creators can establish their better videos. Very proud to propose.
That was a great first round from the proposition team. Ice cream. How is it debating in English now? Do you find it easier or harder compared to tiếng Việt?
To be honest, I think that English is very difficult because this is not my mother tongue.
Yes.
However, I try to show hard every day to finish my English skill.
Okay. That was great.
Thank you.
So, right now, are you feeling better or worse?
I'm feeling about that, actually. Just same as before.
Okay. As you guys can see right now, the judges have probably a couple pages worth of notes, and I'm really curious to hear what they have to say. And Hill, the nicest judge of all of them right now, please give me some of your thoughts for the students.
Thank you guys for opening the season 2 of the debaters. I think it's lots of energy and great ideas that coming from you guys. Now, with the proposition team, I think you do a better job in the case setup than the development arguments. I do like your case setup. It's very clear. It gives a lot of clear definition and setting of the case, which I help your team to preempt a lot of attack from the other team, especially when you clarify what glamorization actually means. With the development, the first argument, the point is well taken, but what I'm kind of like a little bit reserved is when you make a statement where it don't have any contribution to the society. I think that is too big of a jump. With the opposition team, to be honest, I think throughout the first season, this is the best rebuttal I have seen. it's a very logical analysis with the engagement and the filtering mechanism of YouTube. I don't find any loophole in that rebuttal. Of course, there's arguments to go against that, but I think in terms of development of the rebuttal itself, because you spend quite some time on rebuttal, you run out a little bit of time at the end when you develop your arguments. So I think the improvement in content quality, I need to see some evidence of that. So for this, I think on both sides, the development argument needs to be strengthened, a nice case setup and a nice rebuttal. I will give my 10 points to the team that give me a more logical flow from ideas to ideas, and that's why my 10 points go to the opposition team.
All right. Okay, Stuart, this is the first comment you will be giving on the Debaters Season 2, so let's hear it. What do you have to say?
No pressure. What a fantastic round to start off the whole season. Both candidates came in with a lot of fire, a lot of passion, which is great to see. Your delivery was fantastic. What I would say is, in terms of the arguments for the proposition side, I do like the fact that you broke down what glamorization is, but for me, some of the components of what glamorization is still feel a bit fuzzy. So I think that might be a bit of a room for development throughout the round. Also, again, I would like to see a bit of kind of definition or provision of what you mean by kind of how is it meaningless. So the content, how is it meaningless and why? What does it not contribute towards? So we kind of need to look at that, and also maybe a bit of a breakdown of who the stakeholders are that you're mentioning in your first round. To echo Hyo's comment, it was a really good rebuttal from the opposition side. So you managed to kind of identify the argument, and you provided a very, very convincing rebuttal to the concept they put forward. For me, I think because of the rebuttal, and also I think actually you set up the points very clearly for the rest of your team to develop. My 10 points will go to the opposition team.
Okay. So, Stuart, thank you so much. The first comment of the Debaters Season 2. Ung, very seasoned judge here, please. Let's hear some of your feedback.
I agree mostly with what my fellow judges also mentioned about the rebuttals, about the good ideas that you guys brought up. I think the problem that I have with this particular round, even though it is nearly flawless, is that the focus of this particular round is about glamorization. So I appreciate that there was really good context brought up by the proposition side. However, in the argument, I felt like you were more into the content of those videos, not about the effect of those glamorization action onto the content, or how do they have any, mutual impacts on each other. The same thing happened for the opposition side. When you show me that, okay, there is glamorization, which is the motivation for people to improve their content, and therefore they will have better content in the future. I think that those ideas were very, very nice, and the structure, everything was so nicely set there, but I still need more keywords of glamorization on your side as well. However, I would say that in this particular round, I would appreciate and respect the effort of the opposition a little bit more, because they gave me really, really strong, case from the beginning, and the ideas are actually more closely linked to the focus that I was talking about in the beginning. So my 10 points will go to the opposition side as well.
Okay. So let me walk over here. You have 30 points. You took all the points from the judges. I think you must feel pretty good right now.
I didn't expect it. I saw the good points in my case. I expected it to go a bit more balanced.
Yeah.
Considering he has more experience than me, but it's quite a pleasure.
Yeah, congratulations, all 30 points. But you guys, doesn't mean you've won. It's only the first debate, and you still have 3 more rounds. Okay, keep that in mind. I need your A game. Okay. How are you feeling?
Yes, I feel very normal. Yes, because he is very excellent.
Yeah.
And yes, I very admire him.
Yeah, but do you think your team can still take this?
Maybe, I think
Maybe?
that, yes.
Just maybe, not yes?
Okay, so yes, I think that my teammate will win in the next round.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Because after the show, we can all get some ice cream. Does that sound good? But you guys, thank you so much. Please return back to your seats. So thank you.
Yes, okay, thank you very much.
Right now, the proposition team, Team Ice Cream, they have 0 points. The opposition team, Team THX, they have 30 points. Usually in the first round, this does not happen. However, We have more rounds to come, and this will not determine who is the winner by any means. So both teams need to bring their A game. If not, opposition team can still definitely lose, and the proposition team can take it away. We will have the second debate right after the break.
The many people try to create the videos to get in the top trending. However, the vast majority of the videos on the YouTube trending are the meaningless and the randomly at the moment.
We have to establish that the YouTube algorithm for trending prevents stalling because they compare the videos that this YouTuber has previously made. And therefore, when we glamorize trending, it becomes the ultimate target for the creator and it's revered by the viewers.
What a fantastic round to start off the whole season.
Throughout the first season, this is the best rebuttal I have seen.
Welcome back to Debaters Season 2. This is the first episode. Currently, right now, the proposition team has 0 points, Team Ice Cream. The opposition team has 30 points. But we need to start the second round. And right now, the point difference is not that significant, and any team at this point can still win. Please, from the proposition team, please welcome Dang, Joe, Zhang. From the opposition team, please welcome Lei and Yap, please. Okay. Let's start over here with the proposition team. How are you feeling right now? You're down 30 points. Do you think you can catch up with the opposition team?
I don't know, but yeah, it's maybe a surprise.
I think you can do it, because right now you are the only female in this today's show. So I think you're going to take it and get all 30 points and show the boys how to do it. But we'll find out. Okay, I see you have a big smile on your face.
Yes.
Why?
To give myself a little bit of confidence.
It's, being nervous, completely understandable. Even when I do this, I'm nervous. And the judges, I'm sure, are extremely nervous, but they hide it. They hide it really well. For the second round, the rules are a little bit different compared to the first round. You have 4 minutes to deliver your speech, and POI is entirely open. The proposition team, you will be going first. And I wish you guys the best. Proposition team, you're going to win this one, okay? So everybody at home, let's begin the second debate.
Allow me to deliver some rebuttals to the opposition team. First, you guys say that YouTube has the evaluating system that can be able to remove all trash videos out of the trending tab, but I'm telling you, this is not true. Why? First of all, 500 hours of content are uploaded every minute, so how are you ensuring that the system is working well? And second, even if they do work well, then it still does not worthy to glamorize the videos because the metric is wrong itself. And now you guys say that in your first argument, the glamorizing of YouTube trending are motivating people to create more qualified content and it increased the engagement. But here's the thing, we do not really need that in order to make YouTube a better place. And in my further argument, I will prove that the backlashes are so hard that we should not trade this off. Okay, so now moving on to our argumentation. Our first claim is we believe glamorizing YouTube trending would harm viewers and damage cultural values. Okay, so the majority of trending videos are fast content and unsuitable. Here's why. Viewers who has a hectic pace of life and they have the natural curiosity will tend to be receptive to contents which are quick to laugh, don't require to think much, and shocking or unprecedented, something they haven't done before. What about content creators? They are trying to make trending content because they know for sure that they can make lots of money from views and sponsorship from these trending videos. And also, at the same time, social media and other news agencies also focus on these trends in order to keep updated and making money from public attention. And the second question is how the glam of YouTube trending negatively affect viewers. There are 3 layers in this point. First, videos appear on trending tab and recommendations bring in awareness. Second, the media mentioned repeatedly and shaping an attitude towards the topics, which convincing audience into believing that these YouTube trending videos is glamorous and high qualified. Third of all, the viewers take actions as a result of awareness, and attitude here in this case is watch again and again, and they even will copy and follow suit in real life situations.
And that leads to our second claim, which is the glam of YouTube trending videos is harming the content industry itself. At the beginning, we all know that no thank you. YouTube content industry is a free platform where people can create videos to express themselves and bring values to the society. But nowadays, the game is changing. Glamorization demotivates people from creating original content. Why? Because they make other wonders. If they put so much effort and time into their work, but it doesn't success, then why do they have to keep doing that? And also, they observe their YouTubers who make a profit or become popular, starting their YouTube career just by poor content become trending. And now that they are not given the incentive to create healthy and valid content, the consequence is that they eventually stop creating healthy content and just follow the current trend. In the long run, this leads to a reduction of creativity amongst creators. And more than that is the loss of diversity of the content industry, especially on YouTube, one of the biggest platforms at the moment. And it is going against the meaning of YouTube right there, because we aim at creating a healthy and valid environment for both viewers and content creators. Thank you for listening.
First of all, two rebuttals to the proposition team. First, they told us that the YouTube trending is the wrong method which leads to bad content being spread out. 2 points of this. First of all, I believe that it is not the problem of the debate which we are talking about the glamorization of the YouTube trending. So the case that even if we assume that the bad contents are in the YouTube trending, it is not stopping the glamorization that can stop the bad contents from spreading out, because if you just don't glamorize YouTube trending, the contents are still there and then it is still spread out as you said, and nothing can stop the issue. So we believe that it is not the problem of the debate. No thanks. Secondly, your team brought up a point of people stopping creating healthy content because of the glamorization of YouTube trending. And your argument was that people need to follow the YouTube trending so that they will stop making healthy content to follow. But that's not the case. Proved by the first speaker of our debate is that, firstly, bad contents are not included in the YouTube trending. So how are they following it if it's not even on the trending? So we believe that your argument is entirely incorrect. Coming to our second point is that we believe that the world without the glamorization of the YouTube trending is even worse than the status quo. How is it? Because the current world is beneficial. With the glamorization of YouTube trending, content creators think that the YouTube trending is an important thing to follow. And since YouTube trending is mostly based on the viewer's preference, this gives the viewers a higher influence on the content creators. Why is this important? It is essential because the viewers are the most important stakeholder in this debate, as they are the customers for the YouTube. Moreover, we believe that the glamorization of the YouTube trending incentivizes the economic system to grow in a more productive and collaborative way. Why is that the case? Because on YouTube, people usually only watch videos on their cycle of subscribed channels. But because of in our world where the YouTube trending is glamorized, which goes along with the crowd effect. So I mean, like, if someone has a tendency on an issue, I would be more appealed to watch those videos. What does this mean? It means that people usually make an exception to watch videos on YouTube trending, which expands their own interest to other areas. And it is highly beneficial to both the interest of people on YouTube content, which maintain their time of using YouTube, and also the content creators whose videos are on trending. Coming to the second point, we believe that the world without the glamorization of the YouTube trending is even worse. Why? Because to glamorize the YouTube trending meant that people consider the value of being on the YouTube trending to be more significant, and the YouTube trending has become a trustworthy metric for the trendy videos. So in the world without the glamorization of YouTube trending will lose its valuable position, and there's no objective gold standard for the most viral or the most popular videos. Why is this important? Because without these standards, view counts become the default means for to judge a video's quality and attractiveness. And therefore, more people will tend to choose controversial videos instead, because controversial videos get more media coverage and more attention since they are really shocking. And as a result, we believe that there will be more cases of people getting in contact with the harmful content on the YouTube trending if we don't glamorize them. So proud to oppose.
You guys, thank you. Another great round. And the third round, I'm assuming, is going to be even better. But again, thank you. First episode, and this is awesome. Before we get points from the judges, are you happy with your performance, proposition team?
I think there's some mistakes, but overall, I have done all I could have.
Okay. Opposition team?
It's glad that I finished my speech.
Yeah.
I don't know what the judges think about it.
Okay, and with that being said, we will ask the judges. And they're writing another novel worth of notes. I don't know if you guys, can you see how much they're writing from here? Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's an entire book. All right. Okay, you gave the thumbs up. So I see some excitement on your part. Let's hear your thoughts.
I give my thumbs up for the rebuttal from the prop side because I think that rebuttal is very, very strong. As in, you try to explain for me very carefully how the glamorization actually affected. It was exactly the answer I was looking for that wasn't explained by the first speaker of your team. So good job for that one. I think the prop side has developed their case tremendously, in which you have shown me like how the glamorization has created expansion as well as the exposure for those YouTube video, training video that has low quality. The only regret that I have in this particular speech of the proposition side is that I still think that there is more, like relevant examples or something like that you can put in to make your argument more vivid. For the opposition side today, I think you have come up with very strong, like rebuttals, but honestly, comparing side to side with the contribution of the prop side, I think that you have not, like completely dispute their argument. So I think the rebuttal was not a big success for me, but I think the argument, especially your strategy, is very smart. But for now, comparing both teams, I would say that I slightly lean on one side, and it's the proposition side today.
Well, that's good news for the proposition team. Stuart, you're ready.
I am ready. I'm going to publish this novel afterwards as well, yeah. Another fantastic round from both teams. I'll start off with the proposition sides. One of the arguments that I really liked was talking about the kind of effect that this has beyond YouTube and when it starts to get picked up by media, and actually how this notion bleeds into mainstream media and actually the ramifications that has. I think that was a really, really strong point that you put forward. I like the fact that you were kind of trying to talk about what is the purpose of YouTube. And I think it was good that you mentioned, okay, it reduces the amount of kind of diversity and creativity that can be created. And I thought that was really good, but I think you need to make a clearer definition of what the purpose of YouTube actually is in order to strengthen that point. For the proposition side, for your rebuttal, I liked the fact that you were trying to bring the debate back to the idea of glamorization. I think it's important that you kind of identified that the other team's arguments are possibly swaying away from that and largely focus on the content. I like that you addressed that, even though I think it had some limitations in itself. However, actually for both teams, I'd like to hear your POIs being answered as well, because I think for this debate, it's really important to see some interaction. For me, I think both teams did incredibly well, but I really thought that the idea of how it's bleeding into mainstream media and the effect that has on the public was really strong. So for me, it's 10 points to the proposition team.
All right, another 10 points. Hugh, let's hear it. Let's see where the 10 points will be going.
I probably not so excited about the second round as my fellow judges are. I don't think either rebuttal worked for me. I think the rebuttal you make actually a little bit naive for me. And here's the reason why. Now, you talk about like 500 videos updated. Can evaluation system work? I think it's a little bit underestimation of the power of algorithm and technology these days. Technology can do so much more. Even if you upload like thousands of videos an hour with a strong algorithm, they still can filter if they want it to be. Now, the rebuttal of the opposition team is like assuming that bad content is in YouTube training, right? Glamorization will actually make it spread further. Because you kind of bring that, assuming the bad content make its way to YouTube trending, right?
glamorization, I do believe that it's going to make it spread further and faster as well. So I think both rebuttals kind of like very weak for me. When it comes to the arguments, I do agree with my fellow judges that the fact that you analyze the mentality of the people, of the YouTube viewer today, hectic lifestyle, they like what kind of content they like, I think it gives a very nice context that you say that it's going to have a negative impact with the mentality. With the proposition team, when you go to the second argument, when you talk about glamorization is a better standard metric, I do buy that, and I think that is a challenge for the proposition team to say, without glamorization, what is the standard quality metric here? So I don't know, like, not working rebuttals for me. There's one strong argument and there's one weak argument on each team. However, I think the team that's developed the arguments much better in this round on one argument is the proposition team. That's why my 10 points also go to the proposition team as well.
Wow. Proposition team, you were down 30 points and now you have regained all 30 points. It is a tie. I think you must be feeling pretty good right now.
I think it's not just my effort, but it is my team effort into preparing this motion.
Yeah.
And my speech is being recognized by the fellow judges, and that's what I'm really happy about.
Okay, well, congratulations, and give me a little fist pump. So 30 points, all to the proposition team. Opposition team, how are you feeling? Because now it's completely tied, 30-30.
I think it is, like, the debate is becoming much more interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it.
But do you think your team can still win this?
I think so. I believe in my teammates.
Okay. I have so much expectations for the third round. So I hope you guys are listening right now because I want to see some sort of amazing, intense debate. So thank you so much. Please return back to your seats. So currently right now, the proposition team was down 30 points and now it is completely tied at 30-30. This was the second debate. We still have 2 more rounds. And the next round is probably going to be the most important round. And the students, I think they're ready. They've been preparing for this for a long time, but we will get ready for the third round right after the break.
The media mentioned repeatedly and shaping an attitude towards the topics, which convincing audience into believing that these YouTube training videos is glamorous and high qualified.
Without these standards, view counts become the default means for to judge a video's quality and attractiveness. And therefore, more people will tend to choose controversial videos instead.
For the opposition side today, honestly, comparing side to side with the contribution of the prop side.
Actually, for both teams, I'd like to hear your POIs being answered as well, because I think for this debate, it's really important to see some interaction.
Welcome back to The Debaters Season 2, Episode 1. We currently stand at a tie. 30 points for the proposition team, 30 points for the opposition team. Without further ado, please let me introduce the contestants for the third round. From the proposition team, Team Ice Cream in a very cold Hanoi right now. So please welcome ~NG HaltiI. I know you're very eager and ready to do this. From the opposition team, Team THX, please welcome Minh Khôi. Proposition team. I think you're probably feeling pretty good because the last debate, your teammate was able to regain all the 30 points.
I'm feeling excited and I can't wait to see what is the result of this debate.
I don't know if it's true, but Khôi over here, I heard he's done international debating. Is that true? Don't be modest, just tell me.
It is, yeah.
It is true. Where have you gone for your debating?
I've gone to continental tournaments. I haven't won any or get any distinction though.
But still, it's remarkable.
And I also represented Vietnam at the World Debating Championship.
Okay. Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, good. So, are you nervous to debate with Khôi?
I think I'm not, because this is the debaters.
Yeah.
Everything could happen.
Yeah, for sure. So let me walk over to the opposition team. Do you feel pretty confident that you can take the lead after the third round?
I feel pretty confident that I can do so, though I do agree that anything can happen, and so I won't lose track of my focus and will do as best as I can.
Okay. Similar to the second round, the third round is quite similar. You have 4 minutes to deliver your speech. POI is entirely open. In the second round, nobody used it, but please, you're more than welcome to use it and also allow the other contestant to ask a question. And I'm sure you guys are extremely nervous, which you shouldn't be, but yet secretly you should be. But let's begin the debate.
Here's my speech, and it will be divided into 2 parts. First is rebuttals. I think that your whole case depends on an assumption. Is that all videos on trending YouTube is all good videos, because you have pointed out that YouTube has evaluation to cut out toxic and bad content videos. But like our first person have said that bad content videos here is not just about violence or sensitive content about videos, but it also about meaningless video like re-up a hot topic right now, or no creative in that content of that videos. So they just re-up that hot topic or create meaningless videos in order to make profit. So that kind of video still can be in the trending YouTube, and that could also count as a bad content videos that we are pointing out. So now the fact is that trending YouTube has also good videos and bad content videos. You have put a problem to us, is that we have to solve how does having glamorizations can do something bad to the society. So like our second person have said that by glamorization top trending YouTube, that means you are glamorization all videos on the hot trending YouTube, include that bad content that I have said that, so people will normalize that bad content YouTube and think that it is normal. And when doing that, you can be famous. So they tend to do that more and doing that bad behavior. And you content creator in YouTube, they are demotivate people with creative and healthy content, because when they see that, they will wonder if they put effort to do. They put effort into doing that kind of content and it doesn't success, then why they should doing that, and seeing another make that profit from that kind of content, then can become popular, then why they should doing that. So it could lead to the result that YouTube is just full of meaningless content videos, and it's less creative and less diversity of content YouTube, which is go against the goal when they create YouTube. So now it's the clash of this debate. So which side can ensure the viewers benefit? We use the metric called long-term and short-term. On your side, in short-term, viewers cannot be affected immediately by those videos, but when they, in the long term, they keep repeated, seeing that videos, and by glamorization they see it's a normal action, and it can help them become famous, then they can tend to doing that action more and more, and create a mindset that this is normal. But on our side, without glamorization good entertainment videos can still exist, and it cannot cause a result like your side is that it creates a mindset. So the second clash is which side can ensure the development of YouTube content industry and content creator. So your side haven't proved anything about content creator on YouTube, and our side have proved that by not glamorizing YouTube content, we can ensure that content creator can creative and produce good quality content videos. And from the both sides of the world, both have bad and good contents, but by glamorization you are pushing and making more bad content videos, while in our world we can create less bad content video. That is the end of my speech.
Panel, don't be fooled. Said proposition lost this debate when they from the first speech down to the third speech. We've heard so many explanations as to why glorification of the YouTube trending is bad, because of the fact that they have all of these kind of like bad contents, and we are glorifying that, right? But if they cannot prove to us why it is so much regrettable in the case that if there is an alternative to the kind of glorification to YouTube trending, then they have not yet won this debate. Because even if glorification of YouTube trending is so bad, if the alternative is worse, then in that cases it is still not regrettable. And we have still not seen any kind of pictures that I have drawn up to explain why the alternative is so much better than the current status quo, and we believe that reply would be too late for that. And secondly, their entire case assumes on the fact that bad content will be able to get on YouTube trending in the first place, right? And this is so much more of an assumption than what they tell us to be an assumption, that is that all trending videos will be good videos, because we already gave you an explanation of why only good videos will be able to get on trending, while they have never provided any such things. We told you that algorithms will be able to remove the kind of videos that failed to meet YouTube code of conduct, the YouTube terms of service, right? Yes.
On hot trending YouTube now, there's still meaningless videos such as mukbang videos like our first person have said. What do you think about this?
Okay, that is just a baseless claim, right? Because you have no proof and no mechanism as to why YouTube trending have those kind of videos. You never provided us to for any further mechanics other than they will be there, and the fact that algorithms cannot remove all of them, right? But that means that you're still assuming that YouTube wants to remove those sort of videos, which means that we would rather have those sort of videos be on YouTube trending, and the fact that YouTube trending be glorified as a metric, rather than the fact that they're not on YouTube trending, but people still continue to watch them, as explained by your second speaker, no matter what. And so in those sort of cases, at least we have an actor, as you already agreed, that is YouTube, that is willing to be able to moderate this sort of content, rather than when the metric that is YouTube trending is not valued, then in those sort of cases, these videos could continue to be watched, and without the ability by YouTube to be able to intervene in how they influence the viewers, right? And so continue to our points, analyzing the kind of substantives that still remains in this debate today by side proposition, right? They brought us the fact that, say, viewers will be increasingly more likely to react to more shocking videos, right? But again, this presumes the fact that these videos will be much more glorified on YouTube trending, right? And also the fact that even if, sure, they are glorified on YouTube trending, they get on YouTube trending, right? We still take this clash. Why is it the case? Because they never provided us any kind of alternative picture. If there's no glorification of these sort of YouTube trending, then will these sort of videos disappear? Will these sort of videos lose their influence? Our answer is no, because as we have already explained, these sort of people have a tendency to gravitate more toward controversial content, right? So even in the case there is no YouTube trending, then in that case, as they have already explained, the media will still continue to pick it up. And the media, being an actor that wants views, wants clickbait even more than what they've already analyzed, means that we believe that YouTube is a far better actor to be able to moderate these sort of content if YouTube trending is the kind of metric that we're willing to preserve. Secondly, the fact that glamorization will demotivate people from making this more original content, right? First of all, that is just wrong, because in the current status quo, when people glamorize YouTube trending, there are still different kind of contents that are being made, and more so, we've already provided to you with a mechanism that has never been rebutted due to the fact that we already explained that people can improve their content to be able to get on trending in multiple ways. They can improve the content that they are more passionate in. They, for example, they make better music videos if music is their interest in order to get into trending, not just to be a copycat. And even in that case, we provided to you the mechanic that the people will still be able to control what they like to watch on trending, and therefore they will still at least have some kind of backlash if every single sort of content turned into the same kind of mukbang content that side proposition proposes. Therefore, we believe that we have taken this debate.
Okay, things are heating up. That was a very interesting round. But, I'm really curious, because you were saying that the featured videos, sometimes they're not very good, right?
Yes.
I've had videos get featured on YouTube's trending page. You know, like bạc cá, cá lao, cá chê, cá rô phỉ, cá rô đao. That was so đã. But you guys, you think that's a pointless video.
No, I just saying that they maybe use that ideas again and again, and that kind of getting bored, and they're not being creative.
My content's not boring though. I'm so sad. I'm heartbroken. We're gonna have to have a conversation after this. Khôi, but you like bạc cá, right?
I respect that other people likes it, but personally, that's not my kind of taste.
Okay, I'm double heartbroken right now. You guys are killing me. But judges, again, writing a lot, and I think this debate we are going to go a different direction compared to the second one. Hiếu?
It's hard for a not good reason.
Okay.
entering the third round, you guys are on a very good setup and foundation, but somehow I feel like it's not really pushing and give me the punchline, and this is the reason why. Now, with the proposition team, I think you start with a smart move by defining bad content, redefining bad content, because good and bad is relative, and even with a metric, the most advanced technological metric of evaluation system and filtering in YouTube, good and bad is a very relative and shaky, blurry, gray definition. I think you enter with a good point, but you fail to develop what here is meaningless, right? The only bright spot is when you kind of like bring it up to the level when you say it may become the social norm and the mindset. I think that is like the plus, little plus that you have. I want you to push more on that, you know? Now, with the opposition team, yes, you kind of pick the weakest point of the proposition team is they don't have an alternative metrics in replacement of the glamorization, but then your whole argument is just, you know, just like recycling that kind of alternative metrics. You have a great debating skill, by the way, but I feel like it's just a bombarding of one idea, keep recycling over and over again. I feel like you guys are missing out a very strong opportunity to win is this is what we call like a natural experiment in social studies, which is YouTube training is a natural experiment. In order to win the case, you have to prove to me what happens before YouTube training was born and after YouTube training was born. Whoever gave me the evidence and comparison between before and after, I think that is like the winning argument. But both of your team kind of slip in that. That's why I feel it's very hard for me to give 10 points to either side. And I think it's come to one of the 10 points that I'm very reluctant to give in debating seasons is I can't give on reasoning and arguments. I have to give on like just pure debating, speaking skills. That's why my 10 point go to the opposition team.
Okay. I was surprised to hear that from Hugh. I know we just heard his opinion, but sometimes the judge have a different perspective on things. So let's hear what Stuart has to say. Maybe it's a bit different from Hugh.
There are some things that I would like to kind of echo from Hugh. For me, the proposition sides, as kind of previously explained in the future rounds, there's this assumption that no good videos get glamorized and put onto YouTube trending. It's all focused on bad videos or negative videos, and there's, you know, you're not really addressing the assumption that actually there may be some good videos that go on to be glamorized and then go onto YouTube trending. So for me, some of the arguments still kind of fell short on that because this idea was still floating around and it hadn't really been approached. I did like the fact, as Hyo said, that you try to break down what it means to be a bad video. But for me, this notion of, you know, it may lead to bad actions, it still felt a little bit vague and blurry to me. I don't know what these bad actions would be. I don't know how they would affect society. I don't know, you know, you've identified the stakeholder, but you haven't really identified the impacts and how that's, you know, the broader effect that may have. I thought, you know, overall, again, your delivery was good and the way that you kind of structured your ideas, but really for this last round, it should have been a polishing of the previous rounds and really, really strengthening your case. And for the opposition sides, what I did like is actually this notion of moderation from YouTube. These bad videos will exist either way, but actually through the trending algorithm and you know, the glamorization of that, there is a moderator, and that moderator is YouTube. And I thought that was actually quite a strong point. Well, I think it was good that you built on the idea that the other team failed to address the fact that, you know, the glamorization of YouTube trending does not exclude healthy videos. And also, you know, these videos are not going to disappear. These creative videos are not going to disappear. Actually, maybe they'll be more motivated because there's more motivation to create content and videos. For me, based on that, I'm going to have to give my sides, my 10 points to the opposition side.
Okay, we have 10 more points to give. And 朴, you are going to be determining a lot right now.
Honestly, the content was not surprising to me. I didn't see a lot of development from both sides. I don't want to keep, criticizing for the team, so I'm going to go straight to the reason why I give the 10 points to one particular team. The team that I'm going to give my 10 point to is the team that at least give me better structure in which he explained clearer for me, like each part, like the rebuttals, the argument extension, the comparison between the two teams. This person is the person who also repeated his teammates' argument, but tried a little bit harder to further explain for it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have very, very strong, eloquence, but I think in this particular round, he surpassed the opponent in a way that he gave me a little bit more content, a little bit more effort in order to persuade me to give him another chance, his team another chance. It's going to be the proposition side.
Okay, that was a close call. So currently right now we have 40 points and 50 points. We do have the final reply speech, but you guys, thank you so much. So please return back to your seats. So currently, right now, we just finished the third debate. However, we still have the final reply speech after the break. I'll see you shortly.
By glamorization, top trending YouTube, that means you are glamorization all videos on the hot trending YouTube, include that bad content that I have said that, so people will normalize that bad content YouTube.
Because they never provided us any kind of alternative picture. If there's no glorification of these sort of YouTube trending, then will these sort of videos disappear? Will these sort of videos lose their influence?
Honestly, the content was not surprising to me. I didn't see a lot of development from both sides.
In order to win the case, you have to prove to me what happens before YouTube training was born and after YouTube training was born.
Welcome back to the Debaters Season 2, Episode 1. We still have one more round, the final reply speech. The final reply speech is a little bit different as we only have 15 points to give. However, who is going to win the final reply speech? We don't know yet, but we're going to find out very soon. So please let me welcome the contestants. From the proposition team, please welcome Deng Zhang. From the opposition team, please welcome Do Le Tan. Okay, 15 points. All three judges need to give you 15 points left. Do you think your team can take it?
It's hard to say now,
Yeah.
but I hope it's going to be a surprise. We will see.
Okay. So opposition team, you need just one judge to give you points and you still win. Do you think you can do it?
I absolutely believe I can do it.
You guys hear that? Proposition team, I need more. And Zhang, it's all up to you. With the final reply speech, the rules are a little bit different. You just have 2 minutes to deliver your speech and POI is not open. And viewers at home, let's get ready. Let the final reply speech begin.
Adjudicators, the proposition team today has made two key mistakes that I believe give us the win in this debate today. First of all, we think that they have not produced any sort of mechanism and they have lost track of the key point of this debate. We are focusing on the glamorization of YouTube trending, not YouTube trending itself. Therefore, the arguments that the proposition team has provided to us today are not mutually exclusive to their side. Both sides have this problem with YouTube trending. They're promoting videos that are pointless, promoting videos that are bad. We do not think this is a consequence of our side only because you have not produced any sort of alternative. You've not produced us any reason why we should take out YouTube trending altogether. So operating on the motion only, we believe that we will have to treat this as the glamorization. And so you still have YouTube trending, you still have these issues, and we do not see any way that you can solve these problems. In addition, the opposition team has operated mostly on assumptions that only bad videos exist on trending and only bad videos are propagated and move up the ranks. First of all, in my own rebuttal, I've already established that bad videos, trash videos cannot get onto trending. In addition, when bad videos get onto trending, we've already established that we, with the glamorization, can reduce it by making sure that the viewers actually get access to the good videos instead, compared to your side where you've produced no sort of such alternative or any sort of mechanism that can prove us otherwise. Lastly, your side has produced quite a lot of assumptions in terms of the figures and in terms of the data that appears on YouTube, on what videos appears on YouTube trending, just to show how weak your arguments was that you had to resort to that point. Therefore, we believe that we take the win.
A single phenomenon occurs, I add a hashtag, a clickbait, and a shocking topic, and then my content become the new trending on YouTube tab. So here's the thing, everything can happen so random to become viral on YouTube trending, and the metric is wrong itself because it only counts on the views and the engagement without really considering what the message is about, what the creativity is about, and what the actual values that is delivering. And that is exactly against the meaning and the aim that YouTube is heading towards. Before this debate finishes, let's take a moment to see what's really happening right now, what the glamorization of YouTube trending is doing to us. First, kids and young adults are harming themselves or others at an alarming rate in order to gain attention or boost subscribers. Secondly, the glam of YouTube trending can make any situation seem attractive, or they can broken families, sexual unfaithfulness or unemployment. It can romanticize drug addiction, gang life, or even mob control. All the cultural and society values may be distorted in order to create shocking content and put it on trendings. So, in other words, I'm saying that the glamorization of YouTube trending is transforming the definition of standard. The trending is now the new quality. It is the new normal, and everybody can be easily accept any kind of behavior, even if it is against the core values of the society. Also, the glamorization of YouTube trending is encouraging creators to make profits at the expense of unhealthy contents. And at the end of the day, even when there's good quality videos on YouTube, the bad contents are still there, and we cannot ensure that they may follow suit of these harmful trendings. So, in conclusion, I believe that we deserve a win in this debate because we maintain the goal of YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, Minh, Zhang, that was the last round. We have 15 points to give. Minh, you feeling good?
I feel decent, I guess. I didn't say everything I could have, and I thought I missed out there.
Yeah, 2 minutes is very fast. For this round, we are not hearing from the judges whatsoever, so please return back to your seats. Thank you so much. Each judge is giving out 5 points, so we have 15 more points to give. However, we will get back to you after the short break. Welcome back to the final results of the Debaters Season 2. Currently, Proposition Team, Ice Cream, they have 40 points. And to my left, Team THX has 50 points. I have the final results right here in my hand, and there is 15 points left to give. The judges have given all 15 points to one team. Is it going to be the Proposition Team, or is it going to be the Opposition Team? And the winner, actually, before I announce the winner, I think we should have a bet. Whoever wins needs to buy ice cream. Can you guys agree with that? Go. No? You don't, Zhang, you don't want that. Whoever wins will buy ice cream for the losing team.
What if I lose my money?
Then have them pay for it. They can be a gentleman.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. So we have officially agreed, so the winning team will buy ice cream for the losing team. With a total of 65 points goes to the opposition team. Congratulations, you guys. All 15 points have went to you. So the opposition team will also be being ice cream for the proposition team. See, I helped you guys out on that one. And then after, we can watch some of my YouTube channel together so I can change your opinion about my pointless, non-glamorous channel, okay? Okay, but you guys probably won't like it anyways, but anyways. So all of you guys at home, I just want to give a big thanks to the audience, the judges, the students. So you guys, thank you so much. And I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, British University Vietnam. thank you for helping with The Debaters Season 2. And for all the viewers at home, we will see you soon with another episode of The Debaters.